Welcome into the TexAgs post-game wrap. The Maroon team does beat the white team 24-10. This video is brought to you by Alpha Paving. They're an award-winning paving contractor serving Texas, ready to deliver excellent customer service, meticulous project management, and quality workmanship for all of your asphalt and concrete needs. Their projects include retail, office, multifamily, industrial for notable clients such as the Dallas Cowboys, H-E-B, and Greystar. Visit them at alphapaving.com and let us get to work for you. He's Brandon Leone. I'm David Nuño. We just watched that game. It rained a little bit, and you played at halftime, but we're going to talk about this spring game.
For sure.
Just first off, overall thoughts of what you saw.
Well, if you listen to Elko's press conference, I think the couple of things that jump out was the pressure that we can put on the quarterback at the defensive end position. I think that's so critical. We always talk about this together, this being a line of scrimmage league, being able to have difference makers off the edge and on the interior that can get to the quarterback, man, it sets the tone. So that's the big thing. That was the biggest takeaway for me so far.
The one thing I heard that Elko said that I think is really important with the loudness in the background, 118 days before fall camp begins, and they wanted to set a foundation for this new team. He also mentioned this. If you look at the team that they were in the bowl game, the Texas Bowl versus Oklahoma State, to who they are now, a lot of different personnel, a lot of different personalities, and I think a different level of execution.
Yeah, man, to see the transformation of this team, this staff, the way the program operates from the end of that Texas Bowl to now, I think it just goes to show you how the coaching industry has changed. Like all the things that Mike Elko and his staff are having to navigate with the transfer portal, the transformation of the rosters, implementing new systems, bringing in a new OC, a new DC. There's so much that they've had to navigate, and to get to this point to spring ball, it's so critical for a new staff. They're installing the offense, they're installing the defense, they're managing new personnel. They're trying to do so many different things as they head into spring or to the off season, heading into two-a-days. And I think they're off to a great start. They look great. It's encouraging to see.
It's crazy. It's like they didn't do anything that innovative today, but because it's not the old school Jimbo offense, it felt fresh and new and fast. It felt like a little up-tempo, especially with Connor's first series. It felt like a faster version of things we've been waiting to see.
Yeah. I mean, you think that's Coach Klein, right? I mean, you anticipated that with him coming in. And then I think, again, the other thing, we talked about the line of scrimmage. The coolest thing about all this after spring ball is seeing that we do have three quarterbacks that are experienced, that can produce, that can operate an offense. That's a luxury that a lot of programs don't have right now with this day and age. And all three of those guys showed great things today and showed great things last year. So it's exciting. Connor's
numbers weren't crazy, right? 5 of 14, 47 yards. But what I saw from Connor is a guy who's, coming back from a foot injury. He moved fast. Just by watching him, it didn't seem like he was coming back from injury. So that was nice to see.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, be encouraged. I think three of the people in the press conference said it, like, hey, I don't want to put too much stock in spring ball. Don't put too much stock in his performance today. The fact that he can move around, the fact that he knows the offense, they're confident in his ability to execute it and lead this team. I don't think there's really any doubt at this point who the guy is. But knowing that behind him that there's two capable ones, it's exciting. And I really am. For 15, I know all the fans probably feel the same way. I'm just really excited for him to be healthy, to be protected, and to get a long stretch of games, because he really does, man. I'm from Houston.
Yeah.
He is too. I promise you he has the juice. I'm excited to see what he can do.
How about that first play, though? Like, there wasn't a lot of offense from him initially, but, initially there was a 29-yard pass to Cyrus Allen to start us off. That little connection, seeing it early, I like that.
Yeah, it's great, man. He's going to, again, part of what the coaches are having to do, navigate a new roster. These quarterbacks are having to navigate it as well. You lose guys to the league, you lose guys to the portal, you lose guys a lot of ways, and he's got to develop a rhythm and a comfort level with these receivers, and it's good to see that starting to happen already.
Your opening line was about the defensive pressure and getting to the quarterback. Nick Scorton jumps off the screen when you watch him play. He is exactly what this team needs.
Absolutely. We need difference makers at the line of scrimmage, and he is that. Shamar is that, opposite of him, and, man, they've built some quality depth at this defensive line, and Elko loves those guys. I know that this team is ready to see what they can do, and just, again, solidifying that front four and that front seven, to me, is the thing that we've needed to do for a long time, and I think they've taken some steps in the right direction.
So I wrote down Noah Thomas MVP. I don't know if they gave it to him, if they give an MVP with this new regime, but he did have one of those kind of games, right? Like, he found himself open, he was physical, he's bigger and stronger. He's got to do it consistently, and he looked great start.
what you said, consistency. I mean, Noah has flashed that he can be great. I mean, multiple touchdown games, another guy that we can keep him healthy, keep him in a consistent rhythm. He has proven that he can go and make a difference in these games. And so it's good to see him get out today and make some great catches. And these guys, man, I want to see them stay healthy.
Yep.
I want to see them be consistent. There's no doubt that the roster talent here is there. And, man, I'm fired up to see what 3 can do.
Le'Veon Moss, another guy like Nick Scordon. Like, we know Le'Veon's game, but he looked bigger, he looked faster, and he looked more powerful.
Yeah, I think what you get with that running back room is a lot of different talent, but I think for me, number 8 is the complete package, and I've just believed that since he's been here. He's strong. He doesn't waste time when he's running the football. He finds the hole. He gets upfield. He can make you miss. He can run you over. He can catch. The pass pro is always the thing I want to see with running backs, how they're doing. But, man, I think 8, again, keep him healthy. He's going to be a dog. I think he's our bell cow guy.
And then on the other side, Reuben Owens, he didn't have a lot of touches, but he made the most out of his touches. 4 rushes, 77 yards, and that beautiful touchdown.
Yeah, that big run at the end was good to see. See him get loose. But, again, 5-star guy. He's got the talent. Get in this rhythm. Get this new offense installed. Get the offensive line gelling. And there's no shortage of talent between Owens and Moss and Amari in that backfield. And there's a lot of guys. Oh, E.J. Smith.
Right.
Seeing him get loose a little bit today. He ran away from the first team early on. So excited to see what he can do as well.
All right, so final thoughts. As we mentioned, 118 days. What goes into the work now until then? Guys have to be individually motivated, get with their position coaches, and then what?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, at this point, it turns into like individual responsibility and preparation. You got to show now from the end of spring ball through off season and heading into 2-a-days, like your commitment to this team, your commitment to getting better, your commitment to understanding the playbook. Like install hasn't stopped just because spring football hasn't. And so I know the meeting rules have changed, since I played, but I believe they have the ability now to spend more time with the coaches, get in there with your position coach, come in here and watch film, get out there and do 7-on-7, hit the workouts hard together, and, man, come together as a team. Every season is a new team. This team has a bunch of new players on the roster. Hopefully they can head into the offseason hard and work their tails off because I do believe that they have enough talent to make some noise.
Do you know anyone at Alpha Paving?
Do I know anyone?
Any of the big wigs there? Like anybody, any decision makers?
I know a guy named Justin Lanham. He's a stud.
Well, can you let them know, whoever's in charge of their marketing ideas, brilliant idea to sponsor the post-game wrap?
Oh, 100%. Yeah,
they're guy, great there, right?
Whoever that guy is, he's smart.
He's awesome, right? And a very good athlete, apparently.
No, for sure not. Absolutely, man.
All right, so Maroon team wins. Doesn't matter. We saw some great stuff here. And that's going to do it for the post-game wrap. Thank you to Alpha Paving. And thank you, guys. We'll see you Monday morning on TexAgs Radio and, of course, on TexAgs.com.